Hi, I'm Ashley.
And I'm Serena.
And we're the Road Trippin' Roomies.
Welcome back to our channel.
Yay!
Alright, so today it's all about Connecticut.
And a little bit of Rhode Island. This is a summer 2020 trip.
Yes, it was the first trip we took
after COVID.
Yeah.
It was July.
Yep.
Yeah.
So we actually took a traveling break, obviously because of the pandemic, and that was really sad for us. So we definitely wanted to figure out something that we could do safely. And so we were trying to plan like we always do.
So we did look at the restriction list for New York, and we saw Connecticut, and I thought that would be great because it's a state that was close by that we hadn't been to.
Yeah. So we can cross it off our list. I was more aiming for like a, boardwalk, like good vibes, good bar type of place.
It was my idea, so.
And I think that this is a very good example of like random state that you wouldn't think anything was in it. Yeah. I really didn't. And that we found so much, ended up being one of my favorite trips.
Yeah, it was super fun. I'm glad that we were able to do it the way we did, like in the summer.
Yeah.
And quick weekend trip.
Exactly. I mean, we did it with like not a lot of research involved, and that's kind of how we plan a lot of our trips.
Yeah, kind of just how it just falls into place sometimes.
I mean, we find a place to stay, we head out there, and we find things to do.
Yeah,
and
we do like a little research behind like what are the big cities like in Connecticut. Like we knew New Haven, and we knew
Hartford.
Hartford was the capital.
Yeah. So we found an Airbnb out in Hartford. Just because I felt like it was pretty central to everywhere. We were able to drive around.
Yeah,
and it was a bigger city. And that was kind of the vibe I was headed.
We thought it was the capital. It was a bigger city. It's central. We're like, this would be great. Like, this is perfect. We got Airbnb.
Oh, and remember how excited we were about this Airbnb because it had 2 rooms? We were like, oh, we don't have to share a room. This is going to be so nice.
That is, like, next level. Like, that's how... Yeah, so that's just how cheap we are. That's like how excited we were to like for a place that like didn't have just one room.
Yeah, I didn't have to share a bed with this thing. Yeah, that didn't work out for us too well.
Not too well.
All right, back up a little. So when we finally got there, we got there in the morning. We typically drive overnights just so we can spend like a full first day.
Yeah.
We got there in the morning. We were looking for like a place to go to breakfast, and I have been to Connecticut one other time than with Ashley. I was young and I was on looking for a college, so I went with my mom. A popular show that some people may know, it's called Gilmore Girls. It's based in Connecticut. It's not filmed there, but it's based there. So I have been to this one town that is so cute. It is literally like picture perfect cute town. It's called Milford. So I was like, let's go there. Let's have a cute diner breakfast, like in a nice little town. So we drove up to Milford and we ate this little inn, and it was so cute.
It was cute.
It was so cute. We had outside. I think it's the first time we saw the scanning menu.
Yeah, I know. It was probably weird to some people, but like with COVID, they don't give you the menus anymore. You have to scan the menu, and we're like, oh, okay. But I mean, we've seen that now at home.
But before, no, we did not see that.
Yeah.
It was really cute. It was good. And then we just kind of walked around that like town, and I think our Airbnb, we couldn't check in until the afternoon.
Yeah.
So we were like, all right, let's just like do some stuff out here. And we started driving, and then it just kind of turned into like this like beach town. Like it was much. On the water. It gave me some Malibu vibes. It was very like
I wouldn't go that
beach.
far.
It was very beach houses, and like there were nice houses.
Yeah,
and
there were.
We started driving. That's when we found this little shopping area. It looked like and you could see like there was like a little beach, and there was actually this place to get paddle boards.
Yep, that's when we found the paddle board.
And it was so cute. This little it was just like these teenagers that just like
running this small little shop,
but like super popular place I guess out there for them. And you could rent like kayaks and paddle boards and scooters and like all that type of stuff. So it was really fun. So we actually ended up getting paddle boards.
Which we had done once before when we were in Miami.
Yeah.
So I knew that I liked it and we wanted to try it again.
Absolutely. So when we went out there, you could see that they had like a little like restricted like area, whatever. They were like, try not to go crazy far because like the current will take you, whatever. We're not about that.
Oh yeah, they had a buoy and it was like really not that far at all. They're like, you have to stay within that. We're like, oh yeah, okay. We had life vests on.
Like they told us you can go like as far as you want, like down,
like right and left.
Yeah,
but you couldn't go like far out. Yeah.
There was this island though that you could see. Like it wasn't that far, but it was like this
far.
But like you could physically like see it. That it was like a big little island.
It was far to paddleboard.
Yeah. And that was our goal.
Yeah.
So we were like, let's just go far left, and then they won't see us, and we'll just paddleboard all the way to this island.
Yep. And that's what we did.
We did. We paddleboard all the way to this island. We made it. We didn't get like swiped up by the current. We're all good.
We were good.
Here we are. You gotta take risks sometimes. Right?
Yeah. We were together. We were in life vests.
Buddy system.
Yeah.
So from there, I think it was like a decent amount of time where we were like, okay, let's go check out our Airbnb. I was exhausted because we drove overnight.
Oh, yeah.
We just kind of wanted to like chill out, get ready, and then find somewhere to go get food.
Yeah.
Made it to the Airbnb, which it seemed like it was like an apartment complex.
When we walked up, we're like, this is like apartment. Like there was like A, B, C, and they were all together, and we're like it just didn't seem as nice as it was portrayed, or at least that we thought it would be.
I mean, it did not look as nice as the pictures.
Yeah.
So we walked into this Airbnb, and it was dirty and gross, and I was pissed because I was like, this is just like, what is this?
You pay for
a cleaning fee. At first, it just looked like unkept. And I was just like, oh, this is weird. And then, like, you could see actual garbage.
Because you started to clean. Like, you're like, oh, like, if we just clean a
all
little
of
bit,
it, like we'll be all right. No. I was disgusted.
We couldn't get over it.
I couldn't. It was gross. And I actually cleaned this freaking Airbnb because I was just like, I'm just going to clean where I'm going to sit. It really pissed me off, actually. And I'm usually more of one to just suck it up.
Oh, yeah.
Like,
you don't want to, like I
have
to reach out
to
them because then you have to fight for refund and all that.
I was pissed. I was like, all I want to do right now is just lay down and relax. And I did not feel comfortable doing that. So I ended up contacting him, and the guy was nice about it, and he basically said, like, I'll give you a full refund. Like, my cleaning lady didn't show up, whatever.
So we said.
So we started looking for some hotels, and we figured, we're like, why are we staying all the way out here in Hartford when we love Milford? It was super cool. Like, love being right by the water. It seemed like there's a lot to do. Like, let's head out there. Yeah. We actually got a really good price on a hotel. It was it was like $80-something a night, and it was a really nice hotel. And we both got our own beds, which was super nice.
Oh yeah, we did.
And we just said no to Hartford. Not my favorite area. It was, I guess, it just looked like a typical city, nothing special. We didn't do a lot, so I can't say don't go there, but from what we saw, wasn't a big fan. Yeah. I liked heading down towards the water, because you still got that city vibe from New Haven.
New Haven was awesome.
I love New Haven. It was so cool. I feel like it was a good.
We found a cool bar.
It was a good vibe
open for a little while.
Yeah. It was definitely a good vibe. It's like very like calm city. Like you would find parking, but you still got that city vibe to you.
Which is also where Yale is.
Yes.
So we were able to walk around their campus.
I was so excited to do that because I'm a really big fan of Gilmore Girls. So like in the show, there's this big thing about rubbing the toe. So I had to teach Ashley about this, and it is a true Yale legend. If you rub the toe of I think his name is Theodore Woodsey, his toe has been like rubbed like completely shiny, and it's supposed to bring you good luck. So
we couldn't just get in. All the like gates were closed.
Yeah.
So was it like a maintenance guy?
Yeah, he let us in.
Yeah, let us in.
He let us in. So I was able to rub the toe.
Yeah, I was afraid of a courtyard with all the buildings, and then there's like metal fences, like old metal fences. They were like metal gates, like not really fences. They're like heavy duty like gates that if they lock, you're not getting out of them. Or in.
I really liked that area. We were able to walk all the way around, like, kind of the city and just see a bunch of stuff. One thing we did see...
I know what you're going to say!
I didn't know about this. Ashley had to teach me.
Yeah. It was a Taco Bell Cantina.
Yes.
Which is basically, like, an upgraded Taco Bell. They have, like, I guess secret menu.
Yeah.
They have like more menu options, but they also serve alcohol,
which is insane.
Which is so cool. They're basically like the slushy with alcohol in them. There was like rum, vodka, and was there another one too?
I'm not sure.
Maybe I'm making that up. There was at least vodka and rum, I remember.
And then
that
just,
you
like,
could
gave
add
us
it into
a little slushy.
yeah.
I was like, wait, what? Because basically he was just like, what kind of slushy you want? I was like, blue raspberry. He's like, what kind of alcohol you want?
Yeah, we're
I was like,
oh.
rum. He just took out a bottle of rum and just poured it up
And
in
they were
there.
strong too. They didn't like.
Oh yeah.
They didn't jip you on the alcohol.
I was very excited. That was so
yeah, and then
cool.
we like, it was right by Yale, and so we basically just went across the street in the park, like in between the Taco Bell and Yale.
Sat on
and,
the bench,
yeah.
like, and it was so nice out. And we were
That was
sipping
fun.
our alcoholic slushy from Taco Bell. That was so cool. I did not know that was a thing.
Yeah, there's not
limited
that
around.
many, and we just like happened upon.
I was like,
it.
who knew that there was one out in New Haven, Connecticut? But hey,
it was cool.
It worked.
That was exciting.
That was super exciting. So the thing that confuses me about Connecticut, folks, is
God.
that you will put alcohol in at a Taco Bell, but not at a gas station.
This became a big
issue
for us.
Yes.
So
I was mad. Due to COVID, everything closed at 10.
Yeah.
Which was fine, fair. So we got dinner, whatever, and instead of like, trying to find somewhere, we were like, let's go back to the hotel, let's have a few drinks, just us, do some face masks,
just have a night in with a drink because we can't go out
to drink. Exactly. So we were, I think I made a packed beer. Ashley doesn't drink beer, so we were trying to find like something that you would drink. So we were like, okay, like what's gonna still be open around this time that we can go? Like the liquor stores are gonna be closed.
Yeah.
So we were like, all right, where can we go? And I'm like, oh, a gas station.
A gas station, yeah. In New York, they have like full beer coolers and a ton of alcohol.
Why not?
So the gas station that we went to, I guess it was like off the thruway or something.
Yeah.
Because when I went in there asking for alcohol, they literally like looked at me like I was stupid, and they're like, a gas station off the thruway in Connecticut? No, we don't have alcohol. So I was like, and like at first, like I looked around, like I was looking, I was like, I don't see anything. I was like, I might as well ask. Like it doesn't hurt to ask. Well, I guess it does because
they looked at us like
they're like,
stupid.
Yeah, they like could tell like I wasn't from there, I guess. So I was like, all right. So I got in the car like a little confused. I was like, yeah, they don't have alcohol at any gas stations in the whole state of Connecticut, apparently.
We also went to a Walgreens because, like, again, in New York, Walgreens has a ton of alcohol.
Yep.
We asked for alcohol. That dude thought we meant rubbing alcohol.
Yep.
Brought us there. I was like, oh, good, thank you. That is not what I meant, sir.
And we're like, why is it so hard? Like, what?
I think we went to 3 more gas stations after that because at first I was just like, oh, it's off the highway, whatever. And like, no,
we're like, let's keep trying.
And I think we settled for ice cream.
I was just going to say that, yeah. So the last gas station we checked, they had Ben & Jerry's, so we just got, each got Ben & Jerry's.
What are you going to do?
Yeah. So,
all right.
That's interesting.
We also, I think the next day is when we went to that castle.
Yeah, it was like a state park.
It was so nice. A little further out. It was so
it was.
pretty.
It was kind of in the middle of nowhere.
But that was so fun for us. We were like taking like a whole like photo shoot. We were like jumping in front of the castle. It was so pretty. I like seeing stuff like that. Like that was really
and
fun.
the castle, like in the back of the castle, had a really nice view.
Yep. And it was like you could definitely see it was like a viewpoint out into the water.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, we also went to a different castle out there.
Yes.
Ooh, this one was
one
fun.
that
it almost killed you.
Was not.
All right, so if you're motion sickness,
I was like, what almost
so this castle that we found was an abandoned castle, so it wasn't a park or anything like that. And basically, you had to drive again in the middle of nowhere to get there. This chick's super motion sickness.
Like the worst, windiest roads up and down.
I thought she was gonna die.
The most possible. It was probably the worst my car sick has ever been. Well, one of them, but.
So we make it there, we walk up and we see this super cool broken down like castle, and I'm like, this is awesome. But
and you can't see the road either. We had to like hike up.
And then remember we saw that little family and the little girl was like, there's a castle up there. We're like, okay, we're in the right spot.
We know we're going somewhere.
That was fun. Even though
they had a whole like fence around it. They had like construction equipment. And we had to like find our way in.
It was a huge sign that was just like, don't come in this castle. And I was like, what the hell is this?
Yeah.
I was so mad. And Ashley's like, what are you going to do? And I was like, let's go anyway. I'm definitely more of the, like, I'm going to get you into trouble type of person, but I'm just like, whatever. Like, I'm a bad influence.
I'm more of a rule follower.
But it was totally worth it. So we walked around the woods, and there was, like, a little opening. We went in. And
after, like, 2 more groups of people came.
So it was a very
better.
popular thing to do. It was so cool. I'm really glad we did it. Just
it looks a lot better on the outside. We, like, could see in, and it literally was just rubble. Like, it was just completely destroyed.
But very just, like, industrial. Cool. I love that. And you could definitely see all the graffiti.
And, like, you had to watch where you're walking. Because there was, like, just holes.
I think stuff like that's so cool.
It was cool.
It was awesome. I'm glad we did it. I know after you were just like, I'm glad you talked me into that. I'm like, yeah, because that was so worth it. Like, we didn't do anything. It's not like we went in there and broke shit. But
I know.
It was really fun.
The people were asking us how we got in so they could follow us. And they had a dog with that.
Yeah. I was like, go through all that rubble.
Yeah.
What are you gonna do? Yeah, I think besides
so we were able to see 2 castles.
Also, I think after that one castle, we decided to take a little bit of a drive. It was about 40 minutes from where we were, and we went up to Rhode Island.
And I think so we noticed that Rhode Island wasn't that far away.
No.
And neither of us had been. Well, and we hadn't been together. And, of course, we have to check out the list of states.
So Ashley found this one really cool thing that, like, we had to do was, go see our good old friend T. Swift. Because apparently...
she has a vacation house right on the water.
I didn't know that.
Yeah. Which I'm sure there's a lot to do in Rhode Island, but for us, that's the only thing we did, the only thing we found.
I mean, listen.
I don't think we looked very hard.
We started driving from Connecticut, and I'm pretty sure we drove 10 minutes into Rhode Island and we're halfway through it.
No, quite.
It's small. It's small.
It's a small state.
I feel like we did half of it just by getting to T. Swift's house.
Yeah. So we were, like, the GPS literally was, like, 5-10 minutes, and we're like, this doesn't seem, like nice enough. Like, it was... average houses below it, like
I was like, T. Swift, where you at, girl? Yeah. Like, it was weird.
And then all of a sudden we're like, all right,
it was like
nicer.
You like turned a corner and it was just like boom,
because it was right on the water.
Yeah,
there was like a resort.
Yeah,
it was huge. It's called the Ocean House, I think.
Yeah,
and we're like, we thought it was someone's house at first. We're like, no way.
It was huge, like sickening huge. I was like, what is this?
Yeah, that was cool.
But that whole streets, like, it was just like open area.
The driveways are super close, to, like on the road. Basically, the gates are open.
These nice houses. They like parked our car on the street, and we're like, okay, which house is it? Whatever, it's got to be around here. They start walking. Security guard, giant gates. It's like signs that say like recording.
Yeah,
like
cameras. Camera. And
I was
it's
like,
way farther back than all the other houses. I was like,
what house is Taylor Swift's? Let's see if we can get.
And someone even asked. They're like, yo, is it T. Swift's house? And he's like, I can't say. We're like, well, that's all we needed.
No shit.
But it's pretty obvious.
So you couldn't see it.
I was surprised that the other houses had their gates just open.
I know, they were so nice.
It seemed like a pretty popular neighborhood because there was like a beach right there.
And like people were just like walking up and down the street, and I'm pretty sure there was a walkway down to the beach, like right
next
where we are.
House.
Yeah, so there's a lot of people.
And there was like a little like town, like a little like beach town.
Yep.
That had like shops and stuff like just around the corner. So it was a pretty busy area.
Yeah, all these places just super like $1 million houses open, except for the one house which.
It was Taylor Swift's house.
It was definitely Taylor Swift. We couldn't really see it from the road.
Yeah,
so we like walked onto the beach and you could like really see it on the beach.
There's like tall fences.
Oh yeah.
And just
high
like rocks all around.
We actually were able to get really close to it just because we decided to take a walk. Like there was the lighthouse.
The lighthouse, yeah.
And we were like, let's just take a walk down there. Like
it was like a residential
area, and you literally got so close. Like if homegirl is on her back balcony, you could
see it
for sure. I was like, that's
cool.
T. Swift's house.
Yeah,
it was really cool.
So that was our Connecticut and Rhode Island experience all in one.
All in one. I mean, there is a lot to do out there. I definitely am a huge advocate for it now because I think it's so fun. You get your cities, and now there's like an ocean right there in your cute little town, and we went to some really cool restaurants. Every time we travel, we always ask the waitress for recommendations. Always ask the locals because they know where to go. We went to a really cool Mexican place out there, like right in New Haven. You just have to, like I said, always ask the locals, like find out the cool and the good places to go to, and you'll be fine. That's why I'm not a big fan of like planning stuff before.
Because we've done that, like where we've like had this, and this, like we want to do all this, and we don't get to all of it, or it's hard to squeeze it all in, or it's
it
not
just
as
isn't
fun
location-wise.
Structured.
Location-wise, it didn't match up. Like we kind of just plan it day by day.
It's hard to do that too. That planning when like you don't know like the distances. It's hard to figure all the distances out of like here's your hotel and like here's this, and this to do. It's hard to puzzle it all together.
And like I said, I don't trust Google.
Yeah.
Like if you look up things to do, it's like not always the best. Like I definitely trust the locals. Like make friends with them, drive around, see something that's cool, learn something new.
Just find something.
That's what you have to do. That's that's how I like planning trips. Why not? Like as long as you have a place to stay and a way of transportation, you're good.
You're good. Yeah.
You're set. All right, but I think that was definitely Connecticut.
Yeah, 2 more off our list. Yeah. Well, thank you guys so much for watching. Don't forget to follow us on Instagram.
Like us on Facebook.
And subscribe. We'll see you next time. Bye.